Hi and good morning. Today you'll find me in Edale. I've actually just walked out of Edale, parked the car on the car park, walked through the village, across the bridge, and now I'm walking up the Gritstoneedge Valley. Behind me you can just see Kinder, the top of Kinder, and that's where I'm headed. But it's a pity it's in drizzle, and it is drizzling a bit here, but I'm hoping it's going to clear. So the plan today is Kinder via Ringing Roger, across the short crossing of Kinder, around the top of the edge to Crookstone Knoll, and back to the top of Ringing Roger and return. Hopefully it'll clear up a bit. It'll be a fantastic day. Tackling Kinder from Edale, it doesn't matter which way you go up. I'm going up Ringing Roger here. The next one I could walk up is Gritstoneedge, which is behind me, or Crodenbrook, or Jacob's Ladder. They're all the same. They're all very, very steep until you get to the top. This is just a good opportunity for a rest. As you can see, there is cloud on the top of Kinder. Again, hope this disappears soon. Here is Ringing Roger on the south side, and as I pan right you can see the path. I said right or left, but actually it's easier to say east and west, so I'm going east at the moment along this little path that I can see goes through the heather and ascends onto the edge just to the west of that big valley. Well, that's me on the top, or I'm actually on one of the paths that goes around Kinder. So I thought I'd show you a panorama from here. So as we sweep round, Gritstoneedge's hidden, but that's Gritstoneedge Knoll. And as we go round, we can see the Edale Valley. That big flat top is the top of Rushup's Edge at Lord's Seat. Then we have Mam Tor, and I can't see clearly today, but I bet there's lots of people there. And as we go round, it goes towards the east, and now that is the edge of Kinder. So I'm now walking west along this nice path to reach a bit higher, and then we'll take across Kinder to the trig point. I'm going to cross Kinder from south to north on the short crossing, sometimes called the 4-minute crossing for those that run across it, the 7-minute crossing for those that walk reasonably fast, and I'll call it a 12-minute crossing, which will give me enough time to get across. I'm actually aiming for the trig point, and when I get there it will be coffee time. I've chosen to walk around the enclosure. You can walk through it, through the gate and back over this stile. The area around here is heather, it has bilberries and the path is small. The vegetation is rubbing against my legs. I'm very concerned about ticks, so I have tucked my trousers into my socks, or I could be wearing gaiters. Anything to stop these ticks getting at me. Ticks are horrible small insects that feed on bird, animal and human blood by biting and burrowing. They are found on moorland that has deep undergrowth such as heather and bilberries, and we humans can get ticks on our skin whilst out walking through these areas, mainly between March and October. Ticks need to be removed using tweezers, and make sure you take the whole of the insect out. You may get a mild irritation from a tick bite, but it can be infected, which is treated with antibiotics, or lead to Lyme's disease that is very serious. Whilst walking these small paths, keep covered up, especially your legs with long trousers tucked into your socks, or gaiters, no shorts please. Check your skin on your return from a moorland walk. Right, coffee drunk, now over to the northern edge. It's over the heather and bilberry through some little paths to reach the major pass that goes around the north of Kinder. Now for a diversion to Madwoman Stones. You can walk there directly from the trig point, but I chose to walk to the northern path, along this for a while, then over to Madwoman Stones by the shortest route. And there's a small path here. This is Crookstone Knoll as I look over to Bleaklow, and as I pan right you can see Outer Edge, Marjorie Hill, which leads to the Derwent Edges. Ladybow Reservoir can clearly be seen, and then round to Wyn Hill, over the Edale Valley at Hope, to Lewes Hill, Backtull and Mamtull. Further right is the slopes of Kinder leading to the northern edges of Kinder, and then as we pan right it shows me back to Bleaklow. I've walked along the southern end of Kinder, and you can see all the way down to Edale, to the valley, and this path straight ahead of me is the one I came up. So now, rather than descending my ascent route, I'm going to follow the path around a bit more to get to the top of Ringing Roger. That's the path I've come down to the top of Ringing Roger. And as you can see, all these rocks around here, these make up the top of Ringing Roger. So my plan is not to stand in the wind so much, but my plan is to catch the path and go back down to Edale. This behind me is the path I took on the way up on the east of Ringing Roger. I remember when I was walking up, I was talking about Hamish Brown and his Munro journey and what he said about getting out in the hills. Get out early if the weather's bad, you had a bit of a day. If the weather's improved, you got the best of the day. And I think today we did the latter. I got out and it was a bit drizzly, wasn't that keen, but the cloud rose, the sun has come out in little bits, it is a bit windy, but it has been the best of the day. Well worth getting out. I've started the steep descent from the plateau down to the valley. It was a steep ascent, so I can expect a steep descent. I think I'll have a break here at this promontory and see what I can see. Here I am, nearly at the finish of my walk. Edale's just round the corner. These are the fields that go down to the track that leads into Edale. It has been a fantastic walk, much better than I expected given the start we had with the drizzle turning to a little bit of rain. But the day improved, the weather got good, I did see some sun. It was quiet, which I hoped for, and it's been a fantastic day. It has been a long time since I've been on the east of Kinder, and it is quite quiet compared to the central parts. But all that remains for me to do now is to wander through the field back to Edale village and back to the And right, I'll finish with some numbers. It is 11.83 kilometers and 432 meters of ascent. Actual walking time is 3 hours 5 minutes, but actually it's taken me 4.5 to 5 hours, including my stops, playing with the camera, having coffee, having lunch. So it's been a great walk, and I'll sign off now.